Hey, I'm George Lynch, and I'm here at ESP. I'm sitting here with the LTD Burnt Tiger. This is not, a graphic. This is a routed out body. It's three-dimensional, has topography to it. It's very cool, especially up close when you see it up close. It's really cool. But you don't take a lot of wood out because I didn't carve the sides, didn't carve the back, so it's not really going to affect the tone in any negative way. You still got a nice big chunk of alder here. So this is the third in a generation of ESP Tigers, the first being the M1. After that, we came out with the Sunburst version of the Tiger, and now we've got the Burnt Tiger. The Tiger pattern itself was something that a friend of mine and I came up with back in the late 70s as the graphic guitars were just emerging, and I was hanging out a lot, building my own stuff and everything, and my friend was a painter, and we thought, well, you got to do something. This was in LA in 78, 79, and then I've taken that pattern and modified it to a certain extent, and that's what we got here. The feel on this neck is just insane. What we're going for is a wide, flat neck, real flat in the back, and got a little bit of meat on the sides, jumbo nickel frets. The pickup sounds fantastic. I mean, it's really, honestly, one of the best sounding Duncan pickups I've ever heard. It's very warm, very articulate, very forgiving. It's not harsh at all, not bright. It's the tone that we all want out of a pickup. It's very transparent, and it cleans up really, really nice. Even at any price, this is just a phenomenal guitar. You've got a one humbucking, there's not a single in the neck, there's no push-pull, there's nothing to think about. It's all in the dynamics of your playing and the volume knob, basically, and any effects you have. You get a real ebony board with this, which is really phenomenal, because ebony is a thing that is almost impossible to get now at any price. A lot of what you see out there is rosewood that's dyed black. Nothing wrong with that, but if you want ebony, because ebony has a certain feel, has a certain sound, and a look, obviously, you can only get that with ebony. So I think it's really a phenomenal value that you're getting a real ebony board with this. Also Floyd with the fine tuners. The bar is floating, and it's non-recessed. I mean, you've got a recess obviously for the fine tuners, but there's no recess for the bridge, like more recent guitars that have a Floyd added to it. This is more like the old school setup, like in my original Kami and my original Tiger. The pickup is bolted to the body, but we've got it right to the height, which I think is the optimum height. The distance between the pole pieces and the strings, I think, is right where it should be. You don't want it too close, you don't want it too magnetic, because you want the strings to vibrate, you know. I mean, that's kind of a mistake we made back in the, I think in the 80s at some point. We're going for these super, super hot, gainy pickups, and what you're doing is you're stifling the vibration of the string, and you want that sustain, you want it to vibrate. So there's a balance that you need to achieve there. So these pickups are nice in that they're not too hot, yet hot enough to do the rock thing. You know, if you're a fan of the 80s guitar tone, it does that, but it cleans up and can do blues and can do classic rock and all that stuff. And you've got this cool skull knob here, which this one actually has some weight to it, and it's almost like cantilevered where you've got weight on one side, so you can kind of point it where you want it. You kind of know where you're at, which is the problem with a lot of knobs. You don't know where 1 or 6 is or 10 is until you actually turn it. So this one, when it's facing me, I know it's maxed, and when it's looking away from me, ignoring me, it's off. I mean, for the price point, the LTD version, very, very affordable for what you're getting on this guitar. I mean, honestly, at any price, it's a great guitar, but I mean, for what you can buy this for, and there's very limited number of these made. I think we're just at 300, and that's it. Basically, you'll want to throw away the rest of your guitars. This will be your desert island guitar for the rest of your life.